Getting our fair share of resources to Long Island from Washington is always a challenge. But having fighters like Congressman Peter King, who bring infrastructure dollars and fight for our region in an emergency situation like Sandy, has been incredible.
First day that Sandy hit, it looked like it was going to be bad, but it really wasn't until the next morning that I saw the impact of the flooding. And then by the time of the second day, you just saw the absolute devastation that you equate almost with a third world country. We came pretty close at times to running out of food, running out of fuel. I've been in Congress for several major storms, the main one being Katrina. We appropriated $11 billion in 10 days. And another $54 billion within 6 or 7 days. So I was assuming that it would be roughly the same with this. Then I started to see the resistance. We were almost made to feel like beggars, that we were asking for something unprecedented. It was jarring to see that. I went to the House floor and demanded that action be taken. I said on national television that I know how many politicians come to New York to raise money. And I was saying basically anyone in New York who contributes any money to anyone who will not help us on Sandy should have their head examined. They shouldn't do it. Democracy isn't always pretty, but that's how we got it done. The funding from Sandy has really been divided up to make it much more direct. For instance, Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, that's going to allow the governors and the county executives much more discretion. Also, the Army Corps of Engineers, it's going to be FEMA, there's going to be SBA loans, which are very important for small businesses. Transportation bill is essential because that'll carry us well into the century. Rather than just repairing what we have now, it's important to expand, and it's important to have more mass transit, such as the East Side Access. So many of the top executives, entrepreneurs, technology people, and the financial services people come from Long Island, work in the city. What I tried to do as far as keeping the transportation funding coming to New York was basically pressure, saying I wouldn't vote for other bills unless we get fair treatment. It's all we're looking for. We're not looking for any gifts. We've had some big wins. We had a big win on transportation bill, big win on Sandy. But those wins could have been massive defeats. None of these victories would have happened if there was not strong lobbying efforts coming from Long Island. If we're going to keep those wins coming, we can't expect to get favors from the rest of the country. We have to fight and fight hard.